In this episode of Sailing Doodles, we go upriver on the island of Koh Chang and explore some beautiful waterfalls. And then we set sail to the southern part of the island. Thank you to our patrons for making this possible. Our patrons now get access to exclusive daily patron-only vlogs. Come sail with us March 10th through the 17th in Thailand in the Sailing Doodles Flotilla. It's hosted by ourselves and Group Island Spirit. We had spent the evening on the northwestern part of Koh Chang by the village of Koh Chang. Well, this guy has a really long anchor out. I mean, because he was easily 75 yards behind us last night when the wind was pacing that way. Now he's right here. You know, I normally do 5 to 7 times. If it's going to be potentially bad weather or something like that, I'll do 7 times. 10 feet of water, you put out 70 feet of chain. And that seems to hold pretty well. I mean, if okay, really bad storm, go out a little further. But, you know, he must have a lot more than that because he was pretty far behind us. And now that the wind's turned around, he's pretty close. So you can see now that the wind shifted back how far back that boat is. So we anchored way up there. We're in about 4 meters of water, so about 12 feet of water. And I have about 90 or 100 feet of chain out. And so, you know, that's a good respectable distance there. And then, but when that wind swung around, I mean, you can just tell how much line he's got out because we swung that way and he swung that way, but he swung really close to us. So there is such a thing as having too much out because it makes it awkward for the other boats around you. If you got 100 feet of chain out and the next person next to you has 200 feet of chain out, but you're only in 10 feet of water, well, when you swing, if you're right here right now, that's fine. But we're here and they're over there. We dropped our anchor at the same point, but he put 200 feet of chain out. When we swing this way, he's going to swing right into us. I mean, so, you know, 7 to 1 is a good, unless you know it's a really bad blow, something like that. 7 to 1 is pretty good. 5 to 7 to 1. Just do that. We were headed to a national park that morning and they charge a fee to enter, so I had to head ashore to get some cash from the ATM. So I was just putting fuel in the dinghy and it made me think about it because this is the old style spout that you can't get anymore like in the United States. It really sucks because like this is so easy to use. You put this in there, you put that in the gas tank, you tilt it, you don't spill any fuel, it's not hard, you don't have to sit there and hold the tank at a weird angle, you just pour it in. Whereas all the new ones that are supposedly safe and supposed to be spill proof, I spill more out of those than I do out of this. Because you gotta hold the stupid thing up at a weird angle and it's heavy and, you know, the springs always don't work and they break. It's just, good intentions gone wrong. 1, 2, wow! The wind was very light that morning, so we decided to head inland and explore upriver rather than sail that morning. There's a river that heads inland from the village of Koh Chang. The river is a really beautiful place with lots of restaurants, hostels, and guest houses. I really want to come back here at some point and stay at a hotel on the water. Here is the perfect example of how to drive a longtail boat. There is no reverse or neutral. Before heading upriver, we decided to have lunch at one of the waterside restaurants. It's always a bit difficult getting in and out the dinghy. It's nice because it's light because it's easy to move off and on the beaches, but it's really light so it's less stable in the water. After a quick lunch, it was time to head upriver to get to the waterfall.
river doesn't go all the way up, so we had to walk.
Well, I've been told this waterfall's not quite as nice as the last one we were at, but you know, we'll check it out. When you get in the water anyway, it's hot. I mean, it's only like, it's not that hot. It's like in the upper 80s or something, but the humidity, and then you're standing in the sun, it's pretty warm. Well, this is technically a national park, so there's a lot of rules, including all these. And one of the rules, even though it doesn't say it on there, I asked, because there's like a guard over there. That guy over there. And he said, no drones, no drones. I think there might be slightly illegal in Thailand anyway, but I tend to err on the side of easier to ask forgiveness than permission type thing, but this guy, you know, so.
There were actually a lot of fish in the river, and they like to eat your feet.
You have to be careful there because you can get 5 to 20 years for collecting rocks in prison. And bringing in or using styrofoam basically gets you, it's a 1,000 baht fine and a month in prison.
So after the waterfall, we decided to get a boat bus back to the dinghy.
All right, only about 8 to 10 knots of wind, but I can already feel all the negativity, like, you're not sailing, you're not sailing. Well, there's no wind when you, I mean, it is what it is. But we'll do it just for you guys. Sails up. We'll go sail. Yes, I know, you take the lazy jacks down or the sail bag on that side down first, but I mean, it's one thing or the other. You either got to do this, or you got to go there and untie, let it down, then retie it, or just pop the boat hook up there. I mean, same thing, same, but different. And yeah, you got to do it twice sometimes, like right now.
So with the main sail up, it was anchor up and time to head south.
Yeah, the main sail's just barely full, so the head sail definitely wouldn't be full if we pulled that out, so really not worth it. That's cruising though, you know, you don't, on these long passages, yeah, you sail a lot, but you know, if you're cruising, I mean, unless you just want to wait for the perfect wind day, you gotta, you know, keep moving.
We were only sailing about 5 miles south, back down to Lonely Beach, where we were going to drop off Mateus as he was leaving the next day. High hopes for a good sunset tonight. I don't know, I'm thinking it's gonna be good. I started doing a new thing. What I'll do is I'll put the drone behind the boat a little bit and aim it at the sun, and it stays pretty stable, and I can put just speed up the video and make a nice little time lapse from it. So I'm thinking it's a cool shot. Thank you so much for our patrons, and please come sail with us March 10th through the 17th. And YouTube thinks you might like these videos, including one from our new channel, Flying Doodles.